Hello, friends. Hello. I'm squinting, trying to see. Oh, this is the glorious space that I was guided to enjoy some time today and share and express from this lovely apple tree in my yard. And when I came out and was kind of setting up my stuff, I was, in my setting out all my things and put this pad against the tree, just so I had a little bit of padding because I knew I wanted to. I was just being called to this vision of me sitting out here soaking in the sun and breathing with this tree, and so I brought out my stuff and I did, and as I was putting down my padding, there was a bee there, and it was very just docile and brought up some moments and reflections around the bee and this time of year and its behavior. And so lots of things kind of sparked the inspiration that was pulling me out here. Getting warm in the sun. And by the way, are those clouds beautiful? Yeah. Okay, I'm getting comfortable again. So thank you for joining me on these little moments of sharing and expressing. And so what I was coming up in, it's always very layered, right? This is the fabric of life. It's, that fabric of life, and there's many threads and many layers to our human experience. So as I'm becoming more vocal online, it is out of, just this time of launching into my own business in this transitionary period in my life where I am moving from working in, for someone else and into the time of really working for myself, and how, all of my career has been working for someone else and then something of my own in the mix. And, I've always had this deep calling to do things my own way. I love collaborating with the team, and there's parts of me that's a leader, but there's also the part of me that just really wants to be a contributor, and the roles you fall into, right, because of necessity, life experience, I don't know, so many things, right? These are the pieces and places of reflection for your own self. And so today, and really a lot of my days is more like, okay, well, now that I have no one to tell me what to do today, what am I going to do today? And really, it's not much different. It is and it isn't. So I've, been thinking about that and contemplating it, and I've lived in flow for so long in a corporate world, right? Which I often thought that was my blessing to share and to express it, and maybe it is. It's still, all of you beautiful peeps that listen to this, pick up on pieces and parts of me, and will align with what you are looking for more information on. But I was very successful at living in flow, working in the corporate world, and how I structured my day, how I led my team, how I embodied this practice and this way of being that I so want to share with more people. And in my day job, and I still It's still something I'm like slowly letting go, but it is for my best interest to make this shift, and I want to so bad. That's the part where I'm sitting with is like, why do all these waves of things come up in relation to it? Because it is what I want. At the end of the day, it's what I really, really want. But at the same time, it's different, right? It's a change. Change isn't easy. And it often, like just brings these points, these reflection points, these mirror points. And so here I am just kind of unpacking that in real time with you, and hoping it's guiding you, because one of the things that I need to do is get used to, expressing in a different way. And so I listen and I follow, and it's been saying show up with, my practice in bring you along when I'm inspired and when I'm not. And so I do, and this is what's coming of it, but really what was coming up and still is this bee, like that idea of why is it dormant, laying there, and I was like, oh, is it going to die? Like why is it not on a, like sucking on the flowers? Why is it on tree bark or not on these? Well, I guess a lot of my apples are gone now that I'm looking around at, the environment, right? But anyways, I could go on about that scenario, and that is part of it, like the environment. There's so many threads that go into our experience. And so I listen, I go out here and I tune in into the experience, and the experience is the environment I'm in and all the pieces and parts that are contributing to it. So the way that I unfold and interact with it, it includes what I'm engaging with, what's in my environment. And then what does it invoke within me? The awareness that floats through my head around the bee. Oh, I don't want to kill it. And then, oh, maybe it's dying, like curiosity around it. And then unpacking that and looking at the subtleties and in that introspection, just from the inside out. And so, yeah, it's, then it's that change and really looking at the parts of, at first, the bugs out here. I'm like, I'm getting irritated, like, but it's part of the environment, and I didn't necessarily want to go inside, and so I am the sweetness of life, I suppose. And so it attracts those bees, and it's part of this nature environment that I'm in. And if I want it to not include that, then I have to make a change. And if that's bugging me, or why? What about it is like not in alignment? Is it something that it's actually like, well, I can enjoy these bugs, and or does it irritate me to the level of like I have to make a change? And just unpacking that a little bit, understanding it a little bit, also allowing yourself to just look at your patterns and your patterns and your behaviors, and are these things that you repeat, and how are they always showing up, and is that a point of change? Is that a point of how are you showing up and interacting? What are you bringing to the table? Because at the end of the day, that is where you're operating from, is your internal world. And then we adjust and we align and we allow and we get very curious and less judgmental, right? Yeah. And so sitting with, what brought me out here, and that idea of what to do with my time. Shifting, breathing, allowing. So I'm just going to sit and tune in a little bit about what's coming up in my inner world, and I invite you to do the same. If there's something that feels relevant to share, I will, but otherwise I'm just gonna kind of set you back here and do my little thing. All right. Relaxing. Yeah, it feels, that sun is so lovely. But it's a little bit like, crunching around it. So opening that up, right? Like inviting in that light. Really feeling into the breath and into the body. Where are you holding tension and tightness? Where are you gripping? Soften. Allow that breath to just flow in and out of the body naturally. Your rhythm, your motion. Find a very nurturing, soothing, gentle breath. Noticing the beating of the heart, that pump. That flow of life force throughout your body. That breath. That inner alchemy. The alchemy all around, right? That transformation of energy from one form to the next. Even how those little signals in our body animate. Hello, little birdie. Yes. And listening. Let the waves of energy flow in the body, and maybe you feel some body sensations. In the practice, in this moment, you can allow yourself to give yourself what you need. Like, is there tightness that shows up? Open the heart. Soft touch helps soften. Those breath, your awareness, your expression, and sound, right? That sound can be an internal, introspective listening to the body's sensations and flows and movement, and you can hear it if you listen. You can be a part of it if you express from that space. You can also audibly or lightly audibly There's also just the expression in the mind's eye or vocal expression. At the end of the day, just being is a vibration and an expression. So be with that essence of you. Allow yourself to sit with it. Listen to it. Converse with it. You need a guide? Let me know. It's my favorite space, is to guide you, to journey with you from the inside out, embodying the practice of Uru, a practitioner and a guide. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice to just allow, receive, explore. Create. What we see in our mind's eye. In our dreams, notice how they feel. Learning how to listen and discern your inner awareness, an inner yes, what's that feel like, an inner no. That is the root of where we begin, and you get to listen to that space and allow it to guide you. So, thank you. The grandfathers and grandmothers are pulling me to sit with them a little more in this tree in my little sacred space. So thank you for allowing these seeds of inspiration, or maybe their resistance, whatever it may be, allow it to be what it is within you, because it is your journey. Just be curious and loving and kind. So many blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day.